What if you only feed your dog raw meat? Day 1. You solemnly remove the bag of dog food. Only raw meat is in the bowl. The dog is delighted. Its eyes are shining. The bowl is licked clean. You feel like a wolf from Mowgli. Week 1. The dog's appetite grows. It demands more. The smell from the bowl becomes stronger. The kitchen feels like a mini slaughterhouse. The neighbor's Pomeranian looks with respect. Your pet pulls harder on the leash. On a walk, he sniffs out every bush as if prey is hiding there. A month later, the coat is shiny. The muscles became tighter. But sometimes the stomach rebels. One bad bite and a night without sleep. The veterinarian cautiously reminds about balance and bacteria. The 3rd month. We need bones, organs, and vitamins. The freezer is full of bags. You can already tell the difference between a beef heart and a liver by touch. A year later, the dog is in great shape, but every meal is like an operation. Cleanliness, control, and calculations. A mistake can lead to risks for your pet and family. What if dogs became sacred in ancient Egypt? Day 1. The priests proclaim, the dog is a messenger of the gods. In the streets of Memphis, crowds bow to stray dogs. Every bark is a prophecy. Every wag of the tail is a sign of fate. Week 1. In the temples, beside the statues of Anubis, golden bowls appear. Dogs are fed better than warriors. Their fur is adorned with lapis lazuli. Insulting a dog means severe punishment. Thieves fear not the guards, but sacred growling. 1 month later, the pharaoh consults his favorite dog before every decree. If it howls, the campaign is canceled. If it wags its tail, a new temple is built. Houses of devotion rise across the cities. People bring bones as offerings. Merchants sell paw-shaped amulets. 1 year later, the land is called the realm of barking gods. After death, dogs are mummified with honors like nobles. Caravans stop if a sacred dog sits in the road. The spirits forbid the journey. Children dream of becoming temple keepers. 10 years later, the empire changes. Fewer wars. No one wants to anger the heavenly guardians. Because now Egypt is guarded not by walls, but by loyal hearts with sharp fangs. What if you never trained your dog? Day 1. The puppy is adorable. He chews your slipper. You laugh. He barks at the vacuum. You film it. Commands. Later, he pulls on the leash. He'll grow out of it. He's learning. Just not sit, but anything goes. 1 week later, night barking. Every little noise is an alarm. The neighbors bang on the walls. On walks, he bolts after pigeons. You run after him. Asphalt, mud, embarrassment. Come here is just background noise. Month 1. The house is an obstacle course. The couch stuffing sticks out. Wallpaper shredded into claw art. Guests freeze at the door. He doesn't bite, right? He doesn't understand boundaries. No one explained them. Month 3. He's not that tiny anymore. One sharp pull, and you're flying forward. At the playground, people panic. He's just excited. The world is a game with no rules. 1 year later, it's no longer chaos, it's personality. Barking is a habit. Jumping is his language. You're exhausted. He's not. Because an untrained dog isn't bad. He's simply living the way he was allowed to. So here's the real question. Who was training whom all this time? What if your cat lived in ancient Egypt? Day 1. You wake up and your cat isn't just a pet anymore. She is sacred. People bow to her. Neighbors bring gifts. A scratch on her tail is punished harsher than theft. 1 week later, her image is carved on temple walls beside Bastet. Priests carefully watch how she eats, sleeps, and stares into nothing. Every sneeze is a sign of fate. You're just the attendant. 1 month later, your cat walks through the market. Merchants step aside. In the temple, she has her own linen pillows. If she enters a home, it's a blessing. If she leaves, it's a bad omen. You start to feel jealous. No one worships you like that. 1 year later, in ancient Egypt, cats cannot be taken out of the country. The punishment is death. Your pet is a national treasure, guarded better than the pharaoh's gold. 10 years later, she dies, and they mummify her. With incense, with honor. You cry, but the priests say she has joined the gods. So here's the question. Did you own the cat, or did she choose you to rule?
What if your dog became a military dog? Day 1. He's still a puppy. Tiny paws, big ears. Instead of a backyard, a military base. Instead of toys, the smell of gunpowder and diesel. He gets tangled under soldiers' boots, chews on their laces, tries to bark. It sounds funny, but his eyes are already sharp. 1 month later, the puppy fluff turns into coarse fur. He's taught commands, instructors nearby, strict faces, precise gestures. He learns to search, to listen, to freeze on signal. Gunshots don't scare him anymore. He doesn't hide. He looks ahead. 6 months later, his first real gear, vest, patch, they praise his endurance. He finds what humans cannot see, runs faster than the wind, works in silence, no wasted movement. The base is his home. The unit is his family. 1 year later, a plane, the roar of turbines, a new point on the map. This is no exercise. This is war. He walks beside the soldiers, nose to the ground, steps steady, one signal, and the convoy stops. Danger ahead. He saves dozens of lives. No words, no medals, and only at night, in brief moments of silence, he remembers when he was just a puppy. But now he is a soldier, and an entire world depends on his nose. What if you took a stray cat home? Day 1, she's sitting by the entrance. Skinny, dirty, looking at you like she already knows everything about you. You say, okay, and now you're carrying her home. The bathroom turns into a rescue station. Shampoo, towel. The first quiet purr. Suddenly the apartment feels warmer. A week later, she's no longer hiding under the couch. She claims the windowsill, checks every corner. At night, you wake up to soft footsteps. She's learning to trust. And you're learning to wake up earlier because breakfast is now on schedule. Bowls appear in the kitchen, a litter box, and the feeling that you're no longer alone. Month 1, she greets you at the door, rubs against your legs, purrs louder than the TV. Your phone is full of her photos. Friends ask, is that the stray? You nod, and can't believe she once lived out in the rain. 6 months later, sleeps on your chest, fixes a bad day with a single look. Evenings feel different now. Quieter, softer. Home is no longer just walls. It's a place where someone waits for you. 1 year later, you look at her and realize you didn't just save a cat, she saved you too. And it all started with a simple, okay?